All of you can just get stuffed, man. I'm just so sick and tired of living in this house. You, Mom, Dad, everyone. I'm even angry at the damn dog. Hope you guys feel sorry for what you've done. I know you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Oh, come on, Matt. Stop talking like a baby. You and I are almost adults now, right? We're already teenagers. We're about to graduate from high school. Are you seriously gonna keep acting this way? I'm gonna keep acting this way if you guys keep acting like a bunch of douchebags. I mean, like, what the hell? It's like you say I'm almost an adult, right? Like I just totally don't deserve this treatment. Can you guys just let me be the person that I want to be? I'm just so sick and tired of being hassled like this all the time. What are you talking about, Matt? You act like we torture you or something. Like, come on, is it really that bad to live here? It's not like you're living in a third world country or anything. I mean, think about it. You got a roof over your head, you got food to eat every night, and you live quite comfortably. I mean, most days you just spend in your room playing video games. What else is there to complain about? Do you think any of that stuff matters? I mean, I don't care how luxurious and amazing the houses that I live in are. When I've got people like you around me, it becomes a living hell. Okay, come on, stop exaggerating. In what way is this hell? All we did was ask you to take out the trash. Yeah, and then look what you did. I was in an online game with my friends and you distracted me. You actually got me killed. Thanks a lot for that. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have this much of a tantrum, put a hole in the wall, and leave the house over something as simple as that? Oh, come on, Matt. You're acting like you're 6 years old. Why would you react to something so stupid? Michael, of course I'm not 6 years old. I mean, look at the size of me. Does this body look like a 6-year-old kid's? Did you see these nice juicy rolls as I was walking out the door? Did you see my nice plush plump bum as I turned to the other cheek? I'm telling you right now, this is not a 6-year-old body. I'm not really sure if that's the body of a teenager either. What you have there is a very unique body shape. And look, I'm not trying to say that you look like a 6-year-old. I'm trying to say that the way that you act is like one. I mean, think about it. Are you gonna emotionally flare up at every little thing? That's what babies do, right? They don't get their way and just throw a tantrum like you do. The only difference is that you have the physicality to try and threaten people around you. Well, I'm telling you right now, you wouldn't be doing that stuff if Dad was home. Yeah, whatever. I could totally take that old man on if I really wanted to. I'm not afraid of him. He's not as tough as he thinks he is. Oh, come on, Matt. You and I both know you wouldn't stand a chance against Dad. Like, think about it. I know he's old and everything, but he's not that old. He's getting to the age where he's got that old people strength. And not only that, but take a look at his history. I mean, he doesn't do it anymore, but he's got a karate black belt. If I had to take a guess, the only reason that you're leaving this house is because you couldn't control your emotions and you put a hole in the wall. Now you know that Dad's really gonna give you one if he actually finds out about it. That's why you're running away. What the hell? I'm not running away from him. I'm running away from the crappy situation. I'm running away from you guys annoying me all the time. I've had enough of it. Yeah, whatever. You can give yourself whatever excuse you want, Matt. I can see right through you. You think you're so special, don't you, Michael? Like, you can see right through me, can you? Wow. What are you, like some sort of psychic or something? Oh, get out of here. You love the fact that I'm acting up right now. You love using me as an example. You love comparing yourself against me, feeling like you're so much better. What are you talking about right now? Oh, come on, don't try and act like you're not lapping this up. I know you love feeling like you're superior to everyone else around you. Matt, that is not the way it is at all. Is that actually what you think about me? That's not the type of guy that I am. Yeah, right, you're not fooling me. Don't forget that I have lived in the same house as you for 15 years now. I know exactly the type of guy that you are. I know exactly how you react to people around you. You just absolutely love it when they praise you. Oh, wow, everyone look at Michael. He's so smart. Look at him getting that certificate for math. He's so amazing, isn't he? Everyone should try and be like him, especially that stupid, out-of-control brother of his. Matt is just so disgusting when you stand him up next to Michael. He looks like a goblin next to him. He really needs to learn how to be like his brother. Matt, you are just being outright ridiculous right now. I mean, do you actually think that people are talking about us in that way? I haven't heard anyone speak that way once. Oh, really? Are you so sure about that? I know that you would have heard little whispers here and there over the years. I know some little image of us was created. Some little image of you being the perfect little angel that everyone loves, and me being the rampant, uncontrollable kid that everyone hates to be around. Oh, stop it. That is not the case at all. I mean, sure, both you and I have our different personalities. We have our differences, but that's not to say that people hated you for who you are. At the end of the day, you're still family. At the end of the day, people still love you. I want you to accept that. I want you to stop being jealous of me and my accomplishments. I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm smart. I get things done. I'm also very popular at school. Do you want me to just purposely sabotage myself so that you can feel better about it? That's such a petty thing to do, man. You're meant to be my brother. You're meant to be supporting my success in the same way that I'm trying to bring you up here with me. Oh, come on, Michael, don't give me that crap. You and I both know that's not what you're trying to do. Anytime you're supposedly trying to bring me up there with you, what you're actually doing is showing how much more superior you are to me. It is just another example of how much of a loser I am. You and I both know that's the only reason why you do it. Oh, come on. Do you really think that I'm that much of a petty guy to want to do something like that? Do you think my confidence resides in how much better I am than you? That is such a stupid thing to say, man. You know, whether you like to believe it or not, you're my brother at the end of the day, and I love you. You can call me whatever you want for saying that, but that is the truth. Even if you can be a little bit weird sometimes, even if the way that you talk to our parents is just utterly disrespectful, even if you make a display of yourself like you did today and make everyone around you disappointed, it doesn't matter to me because you're my brother and that means that I care. Oh, wow. Are you being serious right now? Michael, is that honestly how you feel about me? Of course, I just want you to come round. I want you to join the good side. Think about it. Apart from our parents, it's just you and me against the world. I know there's a part of you that cares about me too. Wow, Michael, I can't believe what I'm listening to right now. I mean, honestly, I can't comprehend the fact that you're saying something like this. I know, it's a long time coming. I should have told you this a lot earlier. Do you feel like coming back now? Come back and apologize. Let's forget this ever happened. Oh, I feel something. I feel something very powerful. I feel like laughing in your miserable face. I'm sorry, what did you say? Yeah, honestly, how much of a joke could you be? Did you really think that little crybag act was gonna somehow turn me around? Make me change my life? Make me come back there and just embrace you? Did you really want me to just look you in the eye and say, thanks, bro, I love you too. I always knew you cared about me. I always knew you wanted the best for me. I'm gonna be such a good person now. You really inspired me. I'm gonna be just like you. I'm gonna be that perfect little angel that everyone loves. That's gonna be you and me, bro. Like, come on. What was going through your head when you said that to me? That must be one of the lamest things I've ever heard. Honestly, I just can't stop laughing about it right now. You were really serious when you said that to me, weren't you? That is just hilarious. Look, you can laugh about it all you want, Matt. I don't care. You can call it lame, you can think it's hilarious, you can call it whatever, but I was serious when I said that. I still care about you becoming a good person. I mean, I don't know whether you like to admit it or not, but over the years, you and I have had some really good memories together. I mean, sure, we've had our differences. There certainly have been times where you and I have been fighting. There certainly have been times where people have given me praise over you. And if I'm being honest, it must not feel good being in your position. I noticed this type of thing while we were at school. I knew people were talking bad about you and trying to put me on a pedestal. I don't know if you realized it or not, but I've been trying my best to get everyone to shut their mouths about it. I hate it when people talk about my family that way. I hate when people say that you're the weird, quirky guy that everyone likes to meme. They don't see what I see in my brother. They don't see what's really cool about you, and it's really unfortunate. Yeah, whatever. You can talk about trying to defend me and all that stuff as much as you want. At the end of the day, I don't really care. They can talk about me that way. Do you think I care about their opinions? Do you think I really care about this little fad about being popular and caring about what people think about me like you do? I am not that pretentious. My time and the calories necessary to fuel my thinking power is wasted on the opinions of others. I mean, sure, if they want to waste their time trying to ridicule me, by all means. I'm not the one losing in the end. I'm the one using my time wisely. Okay, and what are you using your time for exactly? So that you can abuse your mom and play video games at home? Is that honestly a more productive and efficient way of using your time? Oh, how about you just shut up, Michael? I don't need to prove anything to you. Who cares if what I do with my time isn't what you agree with? Maybe I don't agree with the way that you use your time. Do you see me here making a big deal about it? I'm just saying you're not wrong about it being pretentious. Caring about what other people think is stupid. But at the same time, it's not like you're using your time to do anything spectacular. Not only that, but you have this idea that you're kind of above people. You feel like you're above everyone at school. I'm telling you right now, someone that talks to our mom the way that you did tonight is not above anyone at our school. I really want you to come back here and apologize to her. Oh, really now? What are you now, my boss? Do you just tell me what to do all the time? You give the orders and I'm just meant to follow along politely like some good soldier? Honestly, I think you really need a reality check. Michael, I mean, just because you're quote-unquote perfect, do you really think that makes you the boss of everyone else? Do you really think that makes you the boss of me? I swear, give it enough time and you'll even start ordering Dad around. Matt, enough with the games right now. You know I'm not trying to order you around. I'm just saying that you should apologize to her after saying the things that you did. I mean, think about it. Do you know how much she would be hurt by that? This is our own mother. This is the person that gave birth to us. It is the person that has been struggling and toiling just to raise us, and you're gonna show her that level of disrespect? I'm sorry, but as much as you want to think that you're this great guy, that type of behavior is just not on. The least you can do is come back and apologize to her. Are you kidding me right now? Who the hell do you think you are? You're actually gonna tell me to apologize? You and I both know that this should be the other way around. I'm not the one that should be apologizing. I should be the one that's apologized to. Oh, come on, why are you telling me that you need an apology? Because she told you to go take out the trash while you were playing your game? What's so important about this game anyway? Do you feel like your life depends on it or something? Yeah, I do, but you just, totally don't understand. It's not just some game. I mean, to everyone else, it seems like some game, but it means a lot to me. Think about it. This is my life here, man. This is what I want to spend my time on. Who knows? With my amount of potential and ability, I could probably become a pro at this. I could make a lot of money off of this if you guys just gave me the chance. But what are you guys doing? You're interrupting me with something as menial as taking out the trash. You actually made me die in that game, which affected my ranking. Do you know how hard it was for me to work up to that point? Now I've got to work myself up there again. Oh, you are being so dramatic over something so little. Come on. It's a game at the end of the day. How many times do I have to tell you it is not just some game? Stop trying to downplay it all the time. Okay, fine. Maybe it isn't just some game. But look, what Mom asked you was incredibly reasonable. There's nothing wrong about it at all. I mean, she needs you to go take out the trash. You're almost an adult and you don't do any of the chores around the house. Everything is left to me and Mom. The one simple thing that we asked you to do is just take out the trash. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes. But despite that, the moment you get asked to do something like that, you make a huge fuss about it. Can you see how absurd that is? Don't talk to me about being absurd. From my point of view, the most absurd thing is making a big deal about that damn rubbish. You want me to sit here and sympathize with Mom and act like she's this poor victim that needs an apology? I don't really give a damn at the end of the day. I mean, you and I both know that she deserves to feel the way that she feels right now. Just shut your mouth. Matt, don't you dare say that. How could you say that she deserves to feel the way that she feels? You called her a fat old cow that no one loves. Think about how old she is right now. That is the last thing that she wants to be told. Do you really think I give a damn? Who cares about her stupid feelings? I mean, if it's that much of a big issue to her, maybe she should build some mental resilience. That way, these little comments won't have any effect on her. Don't talk to me about mental resilience. Don't talk about it like you're actually trying to help her. You know that was gonna hurt her feelings. It's just so disrespectful to talk to your own mother like that. I'm not gonna sit here and let it fly by me. Okay then, well, what are you gonna do about it, Michael? Are you gonna put me in my place? As if. I know exactly what you're gonna do. You're just gonna sit there running your mouth. You're not gonna do anything, are you? Well, if you were here, I wouldn't have to, would I? Dad would be doing this all on my behalf. And you know what? Let's wait until he hears about this. I don't know where you are right now, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna track you down. He is not gonna let you get away with calling our mom that. Big deal. If that guy thinks I'm scared of him, he's sorely mistaken. He is never gonna see my face again. So, that's it then, is it? You're not coming back to this house? You make a big deal about a little bit of rubbish and you're never gonna see us again? That's honestly the attitude you're gonna have? Yeah, sure, why not? Well, where are you gonna stay then? What are you gonna do? Because look, I said that we're almost adults, but when it comes to you, you're still a little kid. I know you're not gonna make it out there on your own. Oh, don't worry, I've got a plan. I'm gonna be just fine. Are you sure about that? I am very sure, and you know what? You're gonna find out very soon enough about what my plan is. You better be excited. Hey, you, where the hell are you right now? Is this your idea of a joke or something? Do you think that this is funny? Because I am not laughing. Matt, I need an explanation for what I've just seen on social media. What is going on? What's the matter, Michael? Did you wake up to something that you didn't want to see? I know it must be really painful having to look at the bright, tearful smile of Sally and having her stand next to me. Would you believe that she was giving that smile before and after the photo as well? You piece of crap. There's no way that what I saw this morning is true. I need an explanation for it right now. What is this? Have you used some sort of AI technology to recreate a photo of you together or something? Did you just get really good at Photoshop? Come on, I want to hear the truth from you. There is no way I'm believing that you two are together. Why not? Is it really that hard to believe? You know, we only put a small sample of our photos onto Instagram. I still have the whole album of them here, and we have got thousands of different photos, all in different locations, all doing different types of things. If you ask me, I'd say that we're a very cute couple. We definitely sleep together like a cute couple. You. I don't know why it's so hard for you to believe that her and I aren't together. What are you talking about? Of course I'm not going to believe that you two are together. Who's she been dating in the first place? It has been me. There's no way that this is true. This has to be edited. It just has to be. Sounds like you're in denial there, brother. Did you really think that a girl like Sally was gonna stick around with a guy like you forever? What are you talking about? What does that even mean? Why wouldn't she stay around a guy like me? I mean, think about it. We're both basically in the same social position in school, right? Everyone is looking up to us. Whenever there's a topic going around school, it tends to be either about me or Sally. Not only that, but we're both top of our class. I mean, everyone looks at us like we're the geniuses. We're quite a good match, don't you think? It's because of that reason that we've been dating, and we've been dating for this long. All right, I'm not going to deny that you guys have been dating. I mean, that's pretty much obvious, right? Everyone knows that you two are together. I mean, you don't need to hold hands and walk around the school for everyone to know. But does it really mean anything just because you're dating her? I beg to differ. What do you mean? If I'm dating her, that means I'm the closest one to her. That's gotta mean something. Actually, no, that is not the case, unfortunately. You see, the truth of the matter is that she did like you at first. I mean, it's like you said, you two are kind of a match made from heaven. If you take the boy that's the best at everything and the girl that's the best at everything, why wouldn't they be a good pair? It would be crazy if they didn't get together, right? Well, here's the thing. The fact of the matter is that Sally hasn't been comfortable with herself. She doesn't like the person that she is right now. What are you talking about? Why wouldn't she like the person that she is? She doesn't like being smart and getting along with everyone at school? Who are you trying to say that she would rather be like? Someone like you? Well, that wouldn't be far off the mark, would it? I mean, if she's gonna talk to me this much, you can assume that she must like me in some way, right? I don't believe anything I'm listening to right now. Are you trying to say that Sally has been talking to you behind my back? Well, it looks like you finally hit the mark. What's going on with you, Michael? Are you getting emotional or something? I thought you were meant to be smarter than this. I mean, a guy with the amount of brains that you have should be able to get to the point a little bit quicker than that, don't you think? But yes, that's right. Your girl has been talking to me, and I'm gonna make one thing clear. I didn't do anything sneaky behind your back. I didn't sneak myself into her DMs. It was her that came to me. That is a lie. I don't believe it. Why would Sally ever talk to someone as vile as you? Well, that's an interesting turn of events. So is this what I am now, brother? Am I vile now? That's a pretty harsh thing to call someone that you love, isn't it? I'll call you whatever the hell I want after this. You're meant to be my brother, and you actually stole my girlfriend away from me? Hey, look, I'm only doing what's gonna make people happy. I mean, the fact of the matter is that Sally wasn't happy with you to begin with. I can only imagine how painful it would have been dating you that whole time. I mean, having to live up to your standard, having to pretend to be you, to pretend to be one of the good people. It's really sad for someone like Sally. She knows in her heart that she's a certain way, but it's not accepted by the people around her. And what's this person that you suppose that she wants to be? Well, she wants to be exactly like me, doesn't she? She wants to be a delinquent. She wants to be a bad girl, right? I am not gonna believe that. As much as you want to say that Sally is a certain way, I know that is not the case. I mean, I've spoken to her, and yes, maybe she has this slightly dark side to her. Maybe there's a part of her that wants to skip school and not care about anything at all. But at the same time, I know that she's a hard worker. I know she wants to be somewhat successful. I know she's not going to become like you. Oh, really? And what am I exactly? Well, I don't know. You just ran away from home. I wouldn't be surprised if you just dropped out of school, given up completely. Is that really what you think of me, brother? Fine. Maybe I should just go and do that. Maybe I can take your girlfriend with me too. I don't care how much of a hold you have over Sally. I know that she wouldn't do something like that. I know she wouldn't sacrifice her future. Do you realize how much potential that girl has? She could get herself into a really advantageous position if she really wanted to. She could be making a lot of money. For her to go the same route as you would be such a waste. Don't you dare turn her into the type of guy that you are. Hang on a minute, bro. You must really care about me. You just gave me the biggest light bulb I've ever experienced in my whole life. What's that supposed to mean? Well, that's exactly it, isn't it? Why would I turn her into me? That is such a backwards plan. It doesn't serve me at all. Like, let's face it, if her and I are going to be dating for a long time and we're just two trash bags, then how are we going to make it out there? It's going to be basically impossible. But like you said, she's got something special. She's still a young woman that naturally garners positive attention from the people around her. I wouldn't be surprised if she did get herself into a very good position, earning herself a lot of money. Think about how my life could be at that point. She could be my little money cow, and I can do whatever I want. I could be playing games all day. I don't need to worry about rent or anything. She's got a handle on it all. Wow, bro, thanks for the advice. Oh, I really owe you for this one, don't I? You evil rat. So, this is how it's gonna end then? This is how you and me are gonna finish this off? You run away from home and you just steal my girlfriend, then you turn her into your little cash cow? Is that the type of guy you are, Matt? Let me think about that one. Yeah, pretty much. Judge me as much as you want, Michael. I couldn't give two rats about what you think. Now, if you'd excuse me, you're kind of taking up my time. I want to get back to smooching with Sally. I have to say that she is quite the freaky girl, isn't she? Oh, wait, what am I saying right now? You wouldn't know about that, would you? I mean, she always had to pretend to be the nice little princess that you wanted her to be. I'm telling you right now, bro, you missed out on a really good package. You should have treated her properly. Yeah, right, says the guy that's gonna be milking her for her money. Don't you dare talk to me about treating her right. I'm never gonna forgive you for this, bro. Never. Well, would you look at that? My big bro actually tied the knot, huh? I bet you must be so proud of yourself. I mean, look at you up there with that big old grin of yours. You're actually happy being married to that woman, aren't you? If that's what you can even call her in the first place. What's going on, Matt? I'm assuming that this is some sort of bitter resentment for me getting married before you? It's fine. You start treating Sally a little bit better, and maybe you guys might have the opportunity to do something like this too. Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Are you trying to say that I wouldn't be able to marry my own girl? I'm telling you right now, Sally is head over heels for me. If I really wanted to, I could marry this chick. I could. I'm choosing not to. It's tactically better if I don't. You, on the other hand, are quite a sad case. I mean, you're selling yourself away this early, and not only that, but to a whale too? I guess that saying was right after all. I mean, boys like to date a girl that looks like their mom, right? Well, you put those two together and you can't even tell the difference. How about you just shut your damn mouth, Matt? You're just trying to be mean for the sake of being mean. You and I both know that neither of them are even fat. They're quite average sized, actually. Yeah, maybe by your standards. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised about you, bro. For a guy that was excelling in so many things, I thought that you would have a better standard for yourself. I mean, is this how low you're gonna stoop? Is this the caliber of woman that you actually go for? Who are you to say anything? You don't even know my wife. You don't know what's great about her. She's an amazing person. And you know what? I don't really need to prove to you why she's amazing. She's not your wife at the end of the day, is she? So I don't know why you care so much. Okay, look, I care. I care a lot. I mean, it's like you said all those years ago. I'm your brother. I'm meant to look out for you. I'm meant to make sure that you're on the right track, aren't I? Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that you're not marrying the wrong orangutan. So that's who she is now, is she? First, you make out that she's a whale, and now she's an orangutan. I think you should just choose one insult and stick to it. Your words are beginning to lose their credibility. Hey, bro, don't take it too hard. I mean, it's actually quite an extraordinary thing if you think about it. Her ugliness can be described in so many different ways. That's quite a feat, to be honest. You should be proud of it. Matt, I am warning you. Just shut your damn mouth. What's going on, Michael, huh? It seems like you've got a little bit more bitter as the years go by. I mean, this is your wedding day after all, and you don't sound too happy now. Well, if I'm not happy, it's because you're putting me in a bad mood, isn't it? It's meant to be my happy day, and you're trying to ruin it. Maybe I'm trying, maybe I'm not, but you're definitely letting me ruin it. Let me ask you this, man. Are you actually happy about this? Like, speaking as your brother and someone that cares about you, I really want to know if you're okay with this decision. Oh, stop acting like you care about me. And yes, I am fine with this decision. If I wasn't fine with it, do you think that I would get married in the first place? Did you think that I was just being forced into this or something? Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, I want to know what the incentive was here. Remember when everyone wanted to talk you up like you were the best thing to bless this earth? You were the star boy. So smart, so attractive to everyone. You basically could have gotten any girl you wanted. I'm just wondering why you didn't go with a different one. My wife is a good person. I consider her the best candidate out of everyone that I've met so far, really. Is that really why you married her? I have to be honest, bro. You're really not convincing me. I think there's another reason why you married her. Okay, well, if you're so smart, how about you tell me then? How about you tell me why I married this woman? Well, let's face it. She's just your second option, isn't she? What do you mean by that? Well, what I mean is that the real girl that you wanted to marry isn't available to you anymore. She's been taken off the market. Actually, who am I kidding? She wasn't even on the market. She was in your possession. And I just took her away from you. I know you're still cut up about that. That's fine. Do you really think I care about a girl like Sally? Because if she's willing to stoop down and go to your level, then why would I have any interest in her? Clearly, she wasn't the type of girl that I wanted to be with. And you know what? After she's been with you, I can see her really degrading in terms of her personality. She definitely isn't the type of girl that I knew before. There is no way that I could date the Sally that I know now. Yeah, you say that, but I know you're still longing for her. I mean, you miss her, admit it. You miss that old memory that you have of her. I saw how happy you were walking around with her in high school. I knew she was making you feel something special. Now look what's happened. I'm the one that's making her feel something special. It still amazes me to this day that she sticks around with you. I mean, what do you do? Speaking objectively, you're quite pathetic, Matt. You don't do anything. You don't work. You don't have any special skills. There's nothing attractive about you. You don't even have basic hygiene. Your daily routine consists of you sitting at home playing games all day. Just what did she see in you in the first place? I don't know. Maybe she saw a genuinely good guy that's worth dating. You know what, Michael? Maybe this is a lesson for you to learn. Not every person wants to date a superstar. Not everyone needs to be like you to get a girlfriend. Well, I'm not denying that, but it still hurts to see Sally become the person she is. I mean, when I was dating her, I had every intention of her and I going places. It just felt right. We were two of a kind. We were destined to do something, and she actually wanted to throw it all away to be corrupted by someone like you? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, would you look at that? How cute is that? I mean, after all these years, you still have feelings for her, don't you? You old dog. Look, whatever feelings I used to have with Sally are gone. I'm just saying it's disappointing that she's turned out the way that she is. Well, I think she's absolutely fantastic, to be honest. I mean, look at her. Every day she goes to work for me. She comes home with a smile on her face and just hops onto my lap, asks me how my day is and if I was able to relax properly. She's always worried whether or not I exerted myself that day, always gives me a massage and rubs my belly. Now that right there is a good woman. That right there is a woman that I don't understand, actually. Honestly, what is going through her head this time as she's dating you? Does she actually enjoy this? Well, what do you think, genius? If she wasn't enjoying this, do you think that she would be sticking around with me for this long? Of course she's enjoying this. She absolutely loves it. I'm gonna throw that question right back at you. Are you gonna enjoy this marriage with this new woman? What do you mean by that? Of course I am. Are you sure? Because let's look at her on paper. I mean, she still wants you to work, right? The two of you are gonna be working and earning money at the same time. Neither of you is gonna get a rest. If you ask me, you should just stay at home and let the woman do the work. That's the best way to live. It is the best way to live if you're a selfish loser like you that only cares about himself. Unfortunately, I'm not like that. I actually care about the way that I treat people. They're not just some objects for me to use. I have every intention of being cooperative with my wife and working together. In my opinion, that is the best type of relationship. You may think that things are going well with you and Sally right now, but I'm telling you, when the crap hits the fan, you guys are going to be in for a whole world of hurt. I wouldn't even be surprised if Sally just lashed out at you. She just suddenly gets fed up with the way that you've been treating her. Yeah, well, we'll see about that, won't we? As far as I can tell, nothing like that's on the horizon. I mean, she's still absolutely obsessed with me. Only God knows why that's the case. Anyway, was this your sole reason for coming to the wedding today? You just wanted to make fun of the person I was about to marry? Yeah, something like that. I mean, you didn't actually think that I was going to come here and celebrate, did you? To be honest, I didn't. I actually didn't think that you would turn up in the first place. I was surprised that you were actually there. I have to say, I was a little bit happy to see you, bro. I know that you don't believe it, but I was. That is until you decided to message me in the way that you messaged me now. Yeah, well, what can I say? You have a lot to make up for, bro. I mean, I've experienced a good 15 years of living in your shadow. I've got a lot of pent-up emotion. So, you're still acting like you're 6 years old. Are you still that emotional little kid, Matt? Here I was thinking that you might actually apologize to Mom today. Say sorry for all those mean things that you said to her. Say sorry for the treatment that you gave her in general. What are you talking about? What treatment? Oh, come on, stop acting so stupid. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the times that you insulted her, made her feel bad, and caused trouble for her. These are all the things that a mother shouldn't have to experience, especially one like ours that went the distance for us. Yeah, right, you keep saying that. You keep acting like she did so much for us. At the end of the day, she did a lot of things, but it wasn't for me. It was all for you. Everyone loved their precious firstborn son, Michael. He's the star of the family. The brother that came after him is just a deadweight. He's worthless. To this day, I have no idea where you get these stupid delusions from, Matt. Who do you think is thinking like this? Well, everyone, of course, especially our parents. They're the ones that hate me the most. You clearly don't understand how people are thinking and feeling about you, do you? Don't you realize that they miss you? They miss having you in the family. They miss being able to see you. I mean, I'm pretty sure that even today, they probably wanted to talk to you. It has been so long since they've seen you. In their eyes, you would have changed so much. Yeah, right. Do you really think that they would want to see me after the way that I left? Do you think Mom wants to be called a fat cow again? Obviously, I don't think that she does, but apologies would have gone a really long way, don't you think? I was hoping that the mere fact that you were at the wedding today would mean that there was a chance that you guys would reconnect. A chance that you would actually become friends again. I mean, how beautiful would that be? I get married and have my family. You get married and have your family, and then we come back to Mom and Dad and make them proud. Show them that we did something. Show them that we got somewhere in our lives. Don't you see that as a really awesome thing to do? Tempting. I mean, it does sound very cool, but at the same time, it's not as cool as the new Doom game that they released recently. I'd much rather invest my time into actually enjoying my life than trying to make these little fantasies of yours come true. I see. You really have no interest in reconnecting, do you? It's unfortunate. It really is. Can you at least say sorry to Mom for what you said back then? Oh, hell no. She's the one that annoyed me the most between her and Dad. I mean, at least Dad actually worked and made money for the family, right? What the hell did that woman do? Nothing. All she was just the radio that sat at home nagging all the time. This is unbelievable. That's actually the view that you have of her? You don't have the view of someone that struggled and did her best on her own to raise us? You don't see someone that sacrificed her free time to spend time with us? You don't think all those things that she was nagging you about was actually for your own development so that you would turn into a proper adult? Nope, I don't think any of that. All I see is just a howling witch. You cruel, cruel man. One day, our parents are going to leave this world, and you're going to feel ashamed of the things that you've said. I know you're going to regret it. Yeah, right. We'll see about that, won't we? Anyway, I've given you enough of my time. You should feel lucky. If it wasn't your wedding day today, I wouldn't even be talking to you in the first place. I'm going to go back to something that's actually important. I'm going to go and see Sally, and we're going to laugh about the hippopotamus that you married today.
Hey, you Mr. Superstar. I have a favor to ask you, and don't say no.
Is that you, Sally? Well, this is quite rare. You don't usually go out of your way to message me like this. I wonder what's up. Are you here to complain about my brother? I told you that this would happen. I told you you would get sick of him at some point. I'm guessing now I'm finally getting to hear that sweet sound of you saying that I was right?
Yeah, whatever. Get out of here. You don't know anything. You don't know anything about our relationship. We're cruising along just fine. Actually, I'm happier than I've ever been. Meeting him and getting with him has been the best thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life.
Are you serious? Meeting a guy like Matt? I wonder what it's going to be like when you actually meet someone decent. They're going to seem like Santa Claus to you or something.
You can laugh it up all you want. I know you keep looking down on Matt. You don't see what's special about him. You don't see how kind and tender-hearted he is. You're just so arrogant and up yourself. There's no way you can understand someone in his position.
What are you talking about, Sally? You and I have talked about my brother when we were dating, right? I tried my best to understand how he feels. I don't try to be arrogant at all. I try to be very humble about who I am. Despite that, he always hated me no matter what I did. And look at you now. You actually knew that and you still decided to date him. Just what was going through your mind back then?
I don't know. Maybe because of the amount of times you kept putting your brother down and treating him like he was so different from you. Maybe it kind of made me feel sorry for him. Maybe I wanted to know what he was about. Maybe I wanted to see how he felt. I mean, think about it. Because of you and your popularity, everyone hated him, right?
I keep trying to defend myself on this. Won't you or my brother ever understand this? It's not like I wanted this to happen. I wanted people to like my brother as much as they liked me. I did whatever I could to make that happen. You know that. I told you and expressed how much it was worrying me. How much I was worried that my brother might do something that is out of his character. I mean, even to this day, I still have hope for him. To this day, I still think that he can be a good guy.
Look at you. You're talking as if he's not a good guy already. Just accept him for the way he is. He's beautiful.
Is he actually, though? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that there might be some good aspects to my brother, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. I mean, the way that he thinks about people could be different, for one. Don't you hate the way that he treats you? Don't you hate that you're basically a slave? You just bend to his will.
What are you talking about? Do you even know what makes me happy in my life? Maybe I enjoy doing what I do. Maybe I love being able to finance him.
Do you actually, though?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I love being able to make him smile. It's one of the things that I live for. His approval means everything to me.
And once again, the mystery just thickens. So now you're after his approval as well? I gotta say, it is really hard to understand you. Where is your mind at, Sally? It is a real shame to see that you've become this way. I mean, look, I know that you're in a pretty decent position right now. You're very respected in your company, and you're earning a decent amount of money. But let's face it, if you just did the right thing, you would be earning a lot more, and you wouldn't be spending it on something as pathetic as my brother.
Yeah, well, I happen to really like who I am at the moment, thanks. Anyway, can we just stop talking about nonsense and get to the real reason why I'm messaging you anyway?
Actually, I was very curious about that. I knew that you weren't just talking to me for a little chat to catch up on good times. So, I'm assuming that you want something from me, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. I want you to give me $2,000 this week and $2,000 next week as well. I'll give you my bank details. Make sure it's the exact amount.
Well, that's a pretty grand request, don't you think? It doesn't even sound like you're asking me. It sounds like you're demanding it.
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. We need this money, so I want you to give it to me.
Hang on a minute. I'm not just gonna give you money without even getting an explanation as to what's going on. Do you care to tell me why you need such an absurd amount of money?
Well, I mean, come on, we just do. Do I really need to explain anything? I mean, this is your brother. You're meant to support him no matter what.
Okay, I agree with that. You're not wrong, I should be supporting him. But at the same time, would he be the one supporting me if I asked him for $2,000? Do you really think that he would give it to me? I hardly think that he would reciprocate the same generosity.
Well, that doesn't matter, does it? Because you're not in need of $2,000. You're not in a situation where you won't be able to eat food for the week. You're not in a situation where you might lose a house. You're not in a situation where you have to fear for your own safety. So do the right thing and just send us the money.
As much as you want to demonize me and call me a bad sibling for not giving this money, I am not doing it unless I get an explanation. So, if you want even a slim chance of me sending this money, you're going to tell me what is going on right now.
Oh my god! Fine. This is like totally the reason why you and I broke up in the first place. You're just like so annoying. Me and Matt are running a little bit low on funds this week, and we're afraid we're not going to be able to pay the rent. We need you to pay for it. Do you got that? So hurry up and send me the money right now.
Hold on a minute. You told me that the reason why you need money, but not the reason why you don't have any money. How the hell did you two get yourselves into a hole like this?
Does it really matter? What are you, the police or something? Why do you have to be so investigative all the time? Do you think we would do something like this if you were in need? Why do we have to, prove ourselves to you?
Well, Sally, the thing is that you're talking to a very sane and rational person. I know it mustn't be the type of person that you're very used to talking to a lot. I mean, you have to spend most of your days with my brother, right? It's okay, I understand. Thankfully, I'm a good person, and I actually try to explain these things to you. So basically, sane and rational people like me don't just give money out just because people need it. We need to know why people got themselves into that situation in the first place, and if they can pay us back that money.
Am I hearing this right? You actually expect us to pay you the money back too. It's like we're not even family to begin with. You're treating us like we're distant friends or something.
Family or not, I still need to have a strict outlook on this. So, what have you and my brother done then?
Okay, well, look, don't look down on us or anything, because we haven't even done anything wrong.
Oh, really now? I find that hard to believe.
But it's true. We obviously haven't. I mean, we do everything that everyone else does, right? We pay for rent. We buy food, and we also spend a little bit on recreation here and there. Is that such a big deal? Do we really deserve to suffer just because we did that?
Well, if you're only paid for those 3 things, I can understand. But at the same time, I'm very curious. How much did you end up paying on recreation?
Oh my god, I don't know. Not a lot.
I don't think so. You don't sound very confident about that. I know my brother has a very serious gaming addiction. It wouldn't have happened to go towards that, would it?
Oh my god, why? Why would you make so many assumptions right now? That's just, totally not true.
It sounds like it is totally true. So, I wonder what it is this time. Did he go crazy over some sort of gaming sale? Or maybe there was some sort of loot box that had an absurdly high paywall for him to access it. He got crazy over a particular item, and it took him hundreds on top of hundreds of dollars until he got it? Oh, come on, I really want to know.
Look, I don't need to tell you. All you need to know is that it's something related to gaming.
Okay, well, I want to know specifically. I'm just very curious. Come on, Sally, I'm about to give you $2,000. I deserve to know why.
Okay, fine. Look, I get it. You have a good point. The thing is, he's gotten really into mobile games recently.
Mobile games like on his iPhone?
Yeah, exactly. He really enjoys playing those games. And I don't know if you know this, but sometimes to be a winner in those games, you have to pay a lot of money. To get the best items, the best characters, the best anything, you kind of have to pay, really.
Now that kind of sounds a bit silly, doesn't it? I mean, you want to be the best because you worked your way to get there, right? Not because you paid for it. Does he seriously want to play a game where he has to pay for himself to win?
Well, when he's as addicted as he is, that's exactly what he wants to do.
Unbelievable. And you still want to stick around with this guy, do you?
Hey, I'm not going to give up on him just because it's one little flaw. That's just, so mean. What if he broke up with me because of a flaw that I had? I'd be devastated by it.
We should accept these flaws within reason, don't you think? This guy has set you back on rent by a drastic amount. Anyway, that's beside the point. That's your relationship. It's not up to me to figure it out for you. So that's the whole reason you guys don't have money at the moment, because he's pouring all the money that you make into mobile games? I have to give my brother props. He must be spending a lot on those games. I mean, think about it. You're not exactly earning the minimum wage, right? You're earning quite a decent amount of money. Don't you think that this is a really bad idea? If you keep supporting and funding his addiction, he's never gonna stop.
Look, that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he's my partner and it's my job to support him. And in order to support him, I'm going to need money. There's no way I'm gonna live in a house that doesn't even have a roof on top of it. I need you to give me that $2,000.
Okay then, Sally, fine. Have it your way. I'll give you the $2,000. But let me say some things about this. You and my brother, you two owe me one.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
That's right. I don't know when, and I don't know what's going to happen, but there is going to be a time where I need you and my brother to step up to the plate. And when that time comes, I expect you to do so. If you aren't able to do that, then you can just kiss this money goodbye. You're never going to see it again.
All right, fine. Deal. It's about time you actually did something to support your brother. I'll do this stupid little favor for you, whatever it is.
Hey, Michael, today's a really big day. I know that you don't like to admit it, but I know even you can be a bit sensitive towards this type of thing. I mean, he was our father at the end of the day, right? He's the one that raised us. He's the one that supported us. I don't care what type of feelings you had towards him. I know that deep down inside of you, you had some level of respect for him. I just want to let you know that despite you and I having our differences, you're still my brother at the end of the day, and I still care about you. You're really such a big sap, aren't you? Do you think I care about that guy passing away? Do you know what I told Sally when I got that news? I let out a scream of joy. I said good riddance at the top of my lungs. I was waiting for a day like this to happen. Look, you can pretend to be cruel as much as you want. I know it's all fake. You're just trying to put up this little character because you don't want to be seen as someone that actually has a heart. That's fine, I'll put up with your bad personality. Oh, shut up. Stop talking like you know things, Michael. You don't know anything. Anyway, look, this is a really tough situation, and it's not just tough on you and me. It's gotta be the toughest on Mom. Do you know how much she respected that man? I mean, Dad was her whole life. She loved everything about him. She used to say that everything she did was for Dad. Then, when we were in the picture, she would do everything for us instead. I think it's time that we return the favor. I think it's time that instead of Mom taking care of us, we take care of her. What are you trying to get at right now? You don't actually expect me to look after that woman, do you? Actually, yes, that's exactly what I expect of you. Yeah, right, no way. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I've got better things to do than look after that old witch. What are you talking about, Matt? Are you kidding me right now? You seriously still hate our mom? After all these years, you're still holding a grudge against her? Do you know how pathetic that is? I mean, this is your mom that we're talking about. Do you think that she hates you for anything that's happened in the past? I'm pretty sure she's well and eager just to look past things and move on. She just wants to have everyone get along with each other. Why can't you do the same? Why is it so difficult for you? Well, let me ask you this. Why do you have to keep pestering me? If I don't want to look after her, I don't want to look after her. I'm an adult now. I'm allowed to make decisions on my own. Yeah, I know, but all this disdain is unbearable. The fact that you have no respect for her is disgusting. You're seriously gonna have this mentality towards her for your whole life, even to the grave? You know what? Let me think really hard about that one. Okay, I've done thinking. Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, well, I think you just need a wake-up call, Matt, because all of this cruelty towards her is just unnecessary. I need you to think about her situation right now. She lost one of the most important people to her. She's going back to a house all alone. There's no one there. The partner she's been with her whole life is gone. She needs company and she needs care. And not just that. Both you and I know that the mental condition of our mom has slowly been degrading over the years. I mean, let's face it, we can't stay young and bright forever. I think her time has come. She's slowly starting to lose it. And if I'm being honest, she's not going to make it out there on her own. I've been thinking about it. There's a high possibility that she's going to do something that puts herself at risk, or puts all the people around her at risk if she's not properly monitored. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, she's showing signs of dementia. Well, brother, it sounds like you're very concerned about this whole thing. You're very passionate about taking care of Mom. Actually, you know what? That is a brilliant idea. I mean, let's face it. You're the one that actually cares about her, right? You're the one that actually wants to do something for her. If that's the case, then why don't you be the one that looks after her? Like, hey, isn't that amazing? That kind of sounds like a win-win situation if I ever heard one. She needs someone to look after her, and you're eager to look after her. There you go. The two puzzle pieces match together. So how about we just do that from this point on, and you don't bother me ever again? Let me get back to my games. That's what truly matters. No, Matt, look, you're not listening to me. That's not gonna happen. That's not how this is gonna work out. The only person that can look after Mom is you. I am not capable of doing that. Well, why the hell not? Why wouldn't you be capable? You're the one that cares the most, right? Okay, be that as it may, take a look at my situation. My wife is working and I'm also working. We both have full-time positions. We can't sit there looking after Mom 24 hours a day. It's just physically not possible. Okay, well maybe you need a little bit more flexibility in your thinking. If that's not possible, how about you try and think of some solutions? Like, I know, maybe you can quit your job like I have. Just leave everything to the wife. That way, you can look after Mom. There we go, bingo! Problem solved. Don't bother me again. Actually, no, the problem isn't solved. Okay, so let me just get one thing out of the way. I love Mom, but I'm not going to sacrifice my future for her, especially when there's actually no need for me to do that in the first place. As it happens, between the two of us, there's someone that has a lot of time on their hands and is in full capacity of being able to look after Mom. Can you take a guess who that is? If you're going to refer to me, I'm going to bark right back at you. You can bark all you want. That is the truth of the matter. Come on, don't do this, Michael. Are you serious? You want to pair me with Mom? Her and I haven't talked to each other in years. I mean, I know she just hates my guts. Well, look, that's the type of thing that you two are going to have to work through together. I mean, I can't exactly be the one to mediate between you two, can I? Are you kidding me? Do you seriously think that I'm going to do something like this? Why would I have to listen to you, bro? Just because you want me to do something doesn't mean I have to do it. You still have that same rebellious attitude that you did when you were a kid, huh? Well, let me tell you why you're gonna do this. As it happens, I have a little bit of leverage over you. Remember all that money that I used to give you because you were irresponsible and you couldn't pay for your rent? Oh, come on. You're talking about that little chump change you gave me? Giving you $2,000 a week is in no way chump change. And you still haven't paid me back. Well, listen here. You owe me something. You still owe me money. And one of the ways that you can partially pay it back is by looking after Mom. That sounds like a pretty good deal, doesn't it? You only pay back a certain amount of money to do something pretty minor. What do you think about that? So, you're saying that you want me to look after Mom and you'll lower the amount of debt that I have to pay back to you? I'm not gonna lie. It does sound like a pretty good deal. But then again, what do you expect me to do? Like, do I have to play checkers with this woman or something? How much time is she gonna take from me? You know how much gaming means to me, don't you? I hate it when I miss out on it. Okay, well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to make a little bit of sacrifice, aren't you? In terms of what you have to do with Mom, it's gonna be very simple. I mean, all you have to do is just watch her, really. Make sure she doesn't do anything that puts herself in danger. And you know what? You could even use it as a good time to get along with each other. Yeah, right. Me and Mom getting along? There's a better chance of world peace happening than something like that. I'm telling you right now, Michael, you may be a good guy or whatever, but you're definitely way too optimistic. Well, hey, who knows? Maybe a miracle could happen. I mean, think about it. You're an adult now, right? At least I think you are. Maybe after all these years, you and her can finally have an understanding of each other. You might have some sort of common ground and you'll start to get along. Yeah, you have a point there, but at the same time, maybe she'll just be the same old nagging witch that she always was. You don't really know at the end of the day. I guess you don't. But regardless, I'm gonna need you to pull through and give it a go. She's counting on you. She's our only family now. It means a lot to me. I'm expecting you to take care of her properly. Can I trust you? Look, man, I don't know. Do I really have to do this? Matt, I'm not asking. I need you to tell me that I can rely on you. Okay, fine. Yes, you can rely on me. Can I go now? I want to squeeze in a little bit of gaming before I have to deal with this thunderstorm that's approaching. What are you doing right now? I need you to answer me straight away. I can't believe that you would do something like this. I trusted you. I thought that we had a deal. Do you really think it's okay to leave our mom in the state that she was in? What are you going on about, man? You've already got me busy enough looking after her. Are you seriously gonna make me waste time talking to you? I'll have you talking to me as long as I need to. I need an explanation as to why I found our mom in the state that she was in. What? Why are you acting like there's this huge issue here? Everything should be fine. What's the problem? What do you mean, what's the problem? What do you think that you were doing with her? Well, I don't know. I thought I was doing the right thing, right? Like, I was being a good son. I thought that she wanted some sun today and needed a breath of fresh air. What better place to take her than the beach? I know, it's a pretty good idea, isn't it? I'm not such a bad guy after all, am I? Your job was to take care of her, not to make sure that she has a fun time. I wanted you to keep her safe. She is an old woman now. Do you even think that she enjoys the beach? Well, I don't know. When I left her there, she seemed pretty happy. She just went down to the sand, laid down, and went to sleep. If that doesn't look like someone who's enjoying themselves, then I don't know what is. Okay, so let me get this straight. You decided it was an amazing idea to take your old mother to a beach in the middle of summer where people are having heat strokes and just leave her there? Well, yeah, look at her. She was enjoying herself, having a sleep, wasn't she? Are you seriously gonna get angry at me for this? Matt, don't sit here and tell me that you weren't doing this intentionally. You wanted her to suffer in that heat today, didn't you? Well, isn't that just the meanest thing in the world? I mean, here I am, doing my best to make up for all my bad misgivings in the past and actually give my mom an experience she enjoys, and you're getting up me for it? Like, honestly, what is with you, man? It seems like everything is backwards with you at this point. I mean, do you want me to get along with her or not? Can you make up your mind already? Don't try and pin this one on me, Matt. You can sit there and pretend that you were doing this for her as much as you want. I know that you had malicious intent behind this. I mean, who in their right mind would leave her there all alone? What are you doing anyway? Don't you think you should at least stay there with her to make sure that she's fine? I don't know about that. She's a fully grown adult now, isn't she? She should be able to handle herself. Yeah, okay, but at the age that she is at the moment, no way is she fine on her own. And you know what? The fact that she has a condition at the moment just makes things even worse. I mean, you know about her dementia, right? You would have been experiencing it firsthand. Oh boy, tell me about it. When does it ever stop? I swear, ever since Dad passed away, the type of thing has just gotten worse with her. I mean, she just keeps calling out his name all over the place. She keeps going, "Dear honey, where are you? I miss you." Like it's the most annoying thing I've ever had to deal with. Are you serious right now, Matt? Is Mom actually calling out for Dad like that? Yeah, she does it all the time. I mean, sometimes she even mistakes me for him. Do you realize how frustrating that is? I wish she would just spend a little bit more time thinking about the people around her instead. I mean, come on, this is just getting ridiculous. Is she seriously going to be selfish and be a burden to the people around her? Think about Sally. Think about what she has to go through. She has to work every day. She's absolutely exhausted. Then she has to come home and deal with Mom? She is seriously impinging on my relationship, and I'm not happy with this at all. Well, you know what, Matt? You've had a pretty easy ride up until this point. You've had everything done for you. At the moment, you're getting everything done for you because Sally is working. And even before then, Mom was doing everything for you. As much as you like to say that you hate her and whatnot, life hasn't been that difficult for you. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that life hasn't been difficult. I mean, putting up with a goody two-shoes brother like you has been one of the most difficult things that I've had to deal with. Okay, well, be that as it may, objectively, you've had it a lot better than most people out there. I mean, think about it. There are a lot of people out there that don't even get food on their plate. Even when they do, they have to cook it themselves. You've had the luxury of not even touching a frying pan in your whole life. So, in my opinion, regardless of how intrusive it feels to have mom at your house, I just want you to put up with it. I mean, face it, she's your mother after all, and you're presented with a very good opportunity. You get to spend time with her before she dies. I don't exactly get that opportunity, do I? Well, you know what? I don't see why you don't. Why don't we do that? Why don't we just give her over to you? We have been through this, haven't we? You're trying to repay a debt back to me, and I don't have the time to look after mom. It's just physically not possible for me. You're the only one that can do this, Matt. Yeah, well, if I'm being honest, I've had enough. I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, fine, I have a debt that I owe you and whatnot, but at this point, I don't even care. I just want to maintain my sanity. Are you serious right now? Are you telling me that mom is that much of a burden to you? I find that hard to believe. I mean, it's only been a couple of weeks and you're already acting up? Yeah, well, it's a couple of weeks too long. I mean, do you know how many gaming competitions there are? I'm just so behind on all of it. She's really set me back, you know? You've got mom with you right now, don't you? Of course I do. I've got her in the car cooling down. Can I just say that you almost killed her out there? She is as red as a tomato. Yeah, well, you can say that a little bit of vitamin D wouldn't do her any good. Anyway, so why don't we just do that then? You've got her in your care now, and you can just keep her. Don't bother sending her back here. Are you kidding me right now? So you're gonna go back on our deal, are you? You're not gonna look after her? No, I'm not. Look, I don't care about paying more money. I just don't want to be around her anymore. You have got to be kidding me right now. You know what? I don't even have any guarantees that you're going to be able to give me that money back in the first place. Yeah, well, you're just going to have to trust me because I'm not spending another minute looking after her anyway. Goodbye. My friend just hopped on for some online gaming. I am just so keen to get back into it. Make sure you don't disturb me while I'm playing my games. Do you remember what happened the last time you and my family decided that they wanted to interrupt me? I don't want to be putting holes in your house too. Hey, Matt, I know you don't really care about her at all, but something really serious happened to Mom. She had a heart attack today, and she's currently in the hospital. They said that she's in critical condition. They don't know how much longer she has left. They're thinking that this might be the end for her. I'm just telling you so you know what's going on. I don't want it to be on my conscience if she passes away and you didn't even know about it, even if you don't care about her in the first place. Hang on a minute. What did you say? Are you trying to tell me that Mom is actually sick right now? Yep, that's right. It happened out of nowhere. I mean, 1 minute she was in the other room just singing along to herself cheerfully. I think she was reminiscing about the good times she had in life. The next minute, I heard a thud, and I thought she dropped something. I casually went to the room to see what happened, and she was collapsed on the floor. It was one of the most horrific things I've ever seen. I mean, just shortly after Dad passed away, Mom's going through something very similar. There's no way this could be happening. I couldn't believe it. But look, here we are now at the hospital awaiting the results. I'm just standing by her, trying to be a comfort to her. She fades in and out of consciousness every now and then. It's only for a few minutes that she gets to speak. You gotta be kidding me right now. I can't believe this. My own mom is about to die? Wait, are you actually trying to tell me that you care about her now, Matt? Of course I do. Do you know how big this is? Of course I care about what's going on. I need to get there right away. I have to cancel everything that's going on today. I might even get Sally to quit working. I'm telling the boys I'm not going to be online. This is something very serious and everyone else can wait. Wow. Well, I'm glad that you're showing some sort of concern for her. I mean, at this point, I was starting to wonder if you genuinely hated her from the bottom of your heart, like there was no way you could ever love her at all. I guess when things get to this point, the true side of you comes out, huh? You actually truly love Mom and appreciate everything she did. Are you seriously talking about love? No, I don't love Mom. I don't love her at all. Oh, come on, Matt. There's no point in acting. You've pretty much given yourself away. It is quite clear that you really care about seeing her before she passes away. I mean, yeah, of course I care about seeing her before she passes away, but that doesn't mean I love her or anything. Okay, well, call it whatever you want. Love or just some deep affection for her. It is quite clear that you feel for her. That is not the case, actually. I only care about her money. I'm sorry, what did you say? Yeah, think about it. Dad passed away recently. He left most of his stuff to Mom, right? She's got the house and all the money. I need to make sure that her last wishes are recorded on tape. I need that to be clear, concrete evidence that she's going to be the one giving me my inheritance. Hang on a minute. That's why you're coming here? For your own selfish needs? I cannot believe you right now. I mean, who am I kidding? This is you we're talking about. Of course that's the only reason you'd be coming here. Yeah, I know, right? It's about time you started catching on. So anyway, listen, I'm going to be bringing some expensive equipment there. I want to make sure that every little detail of what happens is captured on camera. I don't want there to be any contest about what Mom wanted done with the inheritance. I wanted to be clear that it was all going to me. I'm sorry, I really need to stop you right there. What universe do you live in? Because the universe that I live in, she would never give the inheritance to you. You have been cruel to her your whole life. Why would she ever do that? What do you mean, why would she ever do that? Who cares about how I've treated her? May I remind you that I'm one of her sons? It's her obligation to give me something. How is it now her obligation to give you an inheritance, but it's not your obligation to look after her? You really have a sick and twisted way of looking at the world. It seems like everything should just go in your favor. Well, of course it should. Think about the amount of pain that I've gone through. I mean, I was looking after her, right? That is not an easy thing to do. I deserve to be compensated for that. Yeah, right. Based on what Mom was telling me, it seemed like you weren't doing anything at all. You just left her to her own devices. She said that you didn't even make eye contact with her. You were just glued to those games that you were playing. Yeah, I was kind of forced to do that, wasn't I? I mean, think about it. Anytime I would interact with her, she would complain about something. She would call me lazy. She'd say that I need to get a job. She said I looked like the closest replication of a Chewbacca. Obviously, I'm just gonna block her out. That's what I would do if she keeps saying stuff to annoy me. Is that still the stance that you take? You still think she's just doing these things to annoy you? I don't even know if I want you to come to the hospital now. I don't think you deserve to be here. Oh, no, you don't. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to exclude me so that if she did say something important about the inheritance, you can argue against me. Well, I am not having that. Don't forget that I'm one of her sons at the end of the day, too. I have every right to be there. Fine, you can come here, but I want you to be on your best behavior. And I want you to treat this as the time to say goodbye to Mom. I don't want you to be there getting all excited with your stupid camera equipment and whatnot. Oh, don't worry, there won't be any emotional outbursts while I'm there. It's just gonna be a slow, silent wait until she finally passes away. Oh boy, now doesn't that feel good? I mean, take a look at this. I knew Mom was gonna be generous to me, but to be this generous, I don't even know if I deserve it, to be honest. I'm almost flattered. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for realizing how much I've suffered all this time. I'm so glad that you've properly compensated me for my toil. You are such a good person. I hope you can rest at ease now. I hear what you're saying, but it sounds so empty and shallow. I can't believe you would be this unconcerned with the fact that our mom just passed away. It is so disrespectful. All you can think about is the money, the cash. Well, hey, come on. Obviously, I'm very upset that Mom has passed away. But come on, baby, take a look at the big house she's given me. Hallelujah! Now, that's what you call a really generous woman. She honestly was thinking about me and Sally and how our life is going to be from this point on, wasn't she? I don't know. Who knows what she was thinking? Well, would you look at that? Sounds like you're jealous. Don't worry, I know it must hurt. I mean, our parents basically bought us up with the notion that you were the star player of the family. You're the one that everyone liked. Who would have thought that secretly, within their hearts of hearts, that it was good old Maddie that they actually loved, not Michael? Now, I gotta be honest, that has gotta sting. I mean, I don't even know if I could handle an emotional blow like that. I've been putting up with this feeling of inferiority for the entirety of my life. Up until this point, I kept thinking that I wasn't as loved as you were. I kept thinking that you were the popular one that everyone liked and I was just the loser. Well, would you look at that, the loser gets his own house. If you ask me, that speaks volumes about how they really felt towards their children. So, you're really happy about the situation, aren't you? You sound very smug that you get your own house. I mean, wouldn't you be happy about this? Think about it. That's a house that they bought at a very cheap price a long time ago. It used to be just some dingy house that you could barely call an appropriate environment for children to grow up in. But then, over time, Dad started getting better at his job and did some renovations for it. Now the place basically looks like a modern-day home, but even better. And not only that, but the property has appreciated in value since then. It is worth a lot of money now. Can you blame me for being very satisfied with the situation? Of course you can't. But I know what you are at the moment. You are jealous. You're so jealous that you didn't get this opportunity. You just got a little bit of chump change from Mom, and that's it. Nothing special. So, how does it feel, Michael? You're finally in second place. It hurts, doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, it's not the first time that I've been second place in my life. You sound very happy about getting that house, but I wouldn't be so quick to celebrate if I were you. I mean, you don't even know the conditions of getting that place. Oh yeah? I bet you're gonna bring up some stupid reason for me not to be happy. You know, that's a really unattractive quality. You should learn to take the L like a man. No, you're not listening to me. What I'm trying to tell you is that your circumstances aren't as good as you think. I mean, do you even know the situation at the house? I mean, who am I kidding? Of course you don't. You haven't been involved in this family. You don't know what's going on at all. Okay then, Mr. Know-It-All. How about you tell me what is going on then, huh? Let's see if it's as big as a problem as you're making it out to be. You are gonna feel really stupid after this one. The fact of the matter is that Mom was an incredibly generous person. Throughout her lifetime, she wasn't only sincere and kind to her children, she was even kind to strangers. Because of this, she was incessantly putting money towards charity. Whenever she saw causes that she thought were right and had good people backing them, she would put money into them, even if that was money that she didn't have. What are you trying to say? That she borrowed money from someone else and then put it towards charity? Something like that. She would get loans from the bank under false pretenses and then actually give the money to people that needed it. She figured that it was a good idea. I mean, think about it. She was gonna die soon. Why not make her last good act for the people? Because of that, she's landed herself in a huge amount of debt. And when I say Mom was generous, I mean she was generous. She gave people a lot of money. And because of that, that debt's now falling onto you. I'm sorry, what did you just say? That's right. So yes, Mom did give you that house. But guess what? She's also giving you the debt that comes along with it. Because of that, you're gonna have to sell that house to pay off the debt. And not only that, even if you manage to get a decent earning from that house, it's not gonna be nearly enough to pay back what she owed. Are you kidding me right now? Are you telling me that she's in debt because she did something good and now she's passing it on to me? Why the hell would I have to do that? This has nothing to do with me in the first place. Well, take a look at the will. I mean, you specifically signed it so that if you took the house, you would also take on her debt. That was one of the stipulations. Unfortunately, you were too selfish and your eyes only saw the fact that you were going to get a house and you didn't care to read anything else. No way. This has got to be a lie. You're kidding me. So, how much debt is it anyway? Well, the last time I checked, it would be a couple of $100,000, something that you should be able to pay off in no time. Are you kidding me? How the hell am I meant to pay that off? Actually, I know. You're my brother, right? You got some money from Mom. Surely that's enough to pay it off, or at least enough to help me pay it off. You're not wrong about that. But I'm not going to be giving you that money. Why the hell not? I am your brother. You're meant to care about me. You know what? At some point in my life, there was a time where I did care about you. There was a time where I even loved you. Despite all your misgivings, I was hoping for the day that you and I could get along and actually do something together as adults. Unfortunately, that day never came, and you actually did something to really hurt me. You had the nerve to actually steal my girlfriend from me. Oh, come on, are you serious? You're still hung up about Sally? That happened ages ago. Learn to forgive and forget. I can't forget something like that easily. And you know what? Maybe there is a chance that I'll forget about it. But you're gonna have to prove something to me first. Okay, then fine, I'll do whatever you have to say. What is it that you want me to do? You want a massage at night? Do you want me to do your grocery shopping? Come on, just spit it out already. I'll do anything if it means paying this money back. My brother flew into panic mode the moment he saw the depth of the debt that he had accumulated. He realized there was no way that he could pay it off. He tried to think of ideas and concluded that he should persuade his girlfriend to create content on OnlyFans. Sally was absolutely disgusted by this, but he argued that they didn't have a choice. He told us that she had to work during the day and then do OnlyFans at night as the only way to generate income. I offered them an alternative solution. Unfortunately, both of them had fallen into a state of depravity. It would take a lot of work to make them appreciate their fellow human beings. But it is for that exact reason that I thought that this was a good opportunity to change them. Thankfully, Mom left a decent inheritance for both me and Matt. On her deathbed, she told me to never give this money to him unless he changed. She wanted him to be a good person. I really respected that and wanted the same for him, even considering his age. Because of that, I got him and Sally involved in volunteering at a soup kitchen. At first, they showed a lot of antagonism and tried to act superior to everyone there. But slowly, they started to develop a sense of kindness and respect for their fellow humans. It's heartening to see Sally revert to the person that she used to be. I'm seeing hints of her high school self starting to emerge. And then there's my brother. He's giving up his gaming addiction and is becoming more passionate about helping people. They're doing this to pay off their debt, but I have a feeling they'll continue as a hobby at some point. Thanks to Mom's extraordinary kindness, I've managed to get my brother back on the right path.
Kyle, it's finally our wedding day tomorrow. Oh, I've been smiling all day and I can't stop. I really can't wait. I've been looking forward to this moment for such a long time now. My dream is gonna come true tomorrow. I'm gonna look so beautiful in my wedding dress.
Yeah, you are, babe. I can't wait to see how beautiful and sexy you're gonna look. I just know that you're gonna be absolutely breathtaking. How was it going back to your parents' place, by the way? You haven't gone back in a long time, right? Must be nice to see them before the big day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I got to see them. They seemed so happy that I'm getting married tomorrow as well. My mom was even crying, and it's not even the wedding yet. Although, I kinda teared up watching her cry too. It makes me so happy to see them this happy for sure. So yeah, I'm glad I made the trip back.
Aw, that's nice to hear, baby. We only have to wait one more night until the big day. I really can't believe that it's tomorrow either. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight from all the excitement.
We're both just gonna have to try. On a serious note, it'll be a long day tomorrow, so we should try to be well rested.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think I'm gonna head to bed soon.
Okay. Yeah, I should hit the sack now too.
Then good night, babe, and see you tomorrow at the wedding.
Good night, babe, and I'll see you tomorrow at our wedding. Hey, you must be Kara, right? The one that's getting married today? I'm Sam. We haven't met before, but I'm one of Kyle's best friends. I was just messaging you to let you know about the surprise prank we're doing today. We're gonna pull off the surprise just before you guys start walking down the aisle. That's okay with you, right? Make sure that you don't give anything away. You have to channel your inner actress, okay? I have been so excited ever since hearing about the wedding and all. I think that this is something that'll make this wedding extra exciting. And I'm totally looking forward to everyone's reactions. Anyway, I'll see you later. Enjoy your wedding day. Kara, you still haven't read the messages that I sent to you earlier. Well, I guess it's your fault for not checking your phone. I guess it won't matter much way either. This prank is something we have planned to do in advance now, so there is no going back, okay? Hello? Well, fine. We're gonna start heading in right now. Make sure that you act surprised. Here goes nothing. Well, that's my job done for today. That was so much fun. I was surprised at your acting skills, Kara. You did a really good job at acting really scared. I'm glad that it all went so smoothly, though. I called out your name just as you started walking down the aisle, and then I grabbed you and shoved you into the car waiting outside. How classic was that? But when you started shouting and crying out for help, it kind of scared me. You sounded so real. Not gonna lie, you're actually really good at acting. Although I really didn't think that there was any need to continue to act inside the car. You thrashed around and ended up ruining your wedding dress. Nobody was watching that part, so that was a bit pointless. But I guess you were just too into character by then, huh? Anyway, don't think of charging me for the damages you made to the wedding dress, okay? 'Cause that was all you. If anything, you should ask Kyle to pay for it because this was all his idea anyway. He is the real prankster. Anyway, now that this is done, I'm gonna be heading out. This is the end of my job here. See you, Kara. That was so awesome. My prank was a huge success. Everyone was floored. That was so funny. You liked it too, right? Your acting skills were absolutely on point too, babe. It really seemed like you had no idea what was happening. Have you ever thought about pursuing a career in acting? Because I think it would suit you so much. You heard about my surprise plan from Sam before the wedding, right? Let me know what you thought of it later, okay? Anyway, I told everyone about the prank now. You can come back now so that we can continue with our wedding. The schedule is kind of tight right now because we ran a bit over time with that prank, so make sure you get back here as soon as you can, okay? See you in a bit. Kara, what are you doing? It's been like over half an hour now. I know that you might be embarrassed by what happened, but you should come back now. Everyone is waiting for you. Where the hell are you? The schedule for the wedding today is gonna get all messed up if you don't come back soon. Hello, babe? Oh, I get what's going on. You're a little upset that you were the victim of the prank, right? And now you're trying to pull a prank back on me to get back at me. Is that right? That's why you still haven't come back yet. Come on. Stop being such a sore loser and just come back. Oh, babe, come on. I'm getting tired of this and so is everyone else. We don't have time for your mood swings right now. Me and my friends planned this prank because we thought that you'd enjoy it. That's why we thought of this scenario where you get kidnapped at your own wedding. Everyone seemed to love it. You should be happy that you got to experience a prank like this. Not many people would be willing to do this at a wedding, you know? Hurry up and come back. Kara, what the hell is wrong with you? Why the hell are you still not back? This isn't funny anymore. You have decided to ruin this wedding for everyone. Are you really that upset? Answer me, damn it. Where the heck are you? Oh, you're being so immature right now. Getting upset about a small prank like this. I'm gonna call this wedding off because you still haven't come back. I seriously will, you know that? Hello? Kara, this is all your fault. I called it off now. You're gonna be paying for all the wedding fees, by the way. You should have turned up instead of sulking. You're the reason that our wedding had to get canceled. Everyone's really confused with the situation, so I'm just gonna make up a lie about why this is happening, okay? There, I told them that you cheated on me with Sam, and that you guys ran away from the wedding together. I'm not gonna rule out that possibility because actually I still can't get a hold of him either. And you. What the heck is going on? I really didn't think that you were the trashy kind of woman that would do something like that. I was completely fooled by you. What a huge waste of my time. It is over between us. I don't even want to be with a piece of trash like you. We called off our wedding, so we might as well call off our engagement too. Kara, I swear, you're making me so mad right now. Fine, be like that. Goodbye, you piece of scum.
Kyle.
Oh, look who's finally decided to reply to me. Thanks so much for ruining my life. I can't believe that you would cheat on me with Sam of all people. You evil witch, you left me at our wedding.
Have you not received any messages from your dad?
Huh? What are you talking about? He has nothing to do with this.
Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm currently at the hospital.
What? Why? Aw, don't tell me something happened to you after you guys ran off together.
No, that is not what happened. I was kidnapped by some man called Sam and was taken to some random place in his car. He shoved me inside somewhere really small and pitch black. I couldn't see anything because I was blindfolded anyway and my hands were tied. The door was locked from the outside and I just couldn't do anything, Kyle. It was horrible, Kyle. Horrible.
What the hell? Did he go that far with the prank? And you could have just called someone on your phone.
I left my phone at the changing room at the wedding venue. Did you expect me to be carrying around my phone when I'm wearing my wedding dress?
Oh, so you were without your phone then? That's not my fault.
I only managed to check my phone just now before I texted you, so I hadn't read any of the text messages that you and Sam had sent me. My phone was locked as well, so nobody else was able to see the messages for me. How could you do this to me?
What? I don't get this either.
It seems like there was some misunderstanding between you and him about the prank.
What do you mean?
There must have been some serious lack of communication between the two of you. If you're gonna do something so stupid at my wedding, you could have at least planned it out properly. Do you realize the situation you managed to put us in?
Well, I mean, I didn't mean for it to get to this. Oh man, I'm still confused.
I couldn't get any help from anyone forever. I was seriously scared for my life, Kyle.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh? I found out that I'd been locked inside a storage unit after I'd been let out. One of the workers just happened to open the storage unit and he called the ambulance for me. I was completely passed out when he found me as well.
What the hell? Is this for real?
Yes, and when I woke up, I was in the hospital. I have to stay the night here as well. The doctor wants to see how I'm doing.
What the hell? Oh my god.
I only seem to have a few cuts and bruises, so I'm good, but still, you have no idea what I had to go through.
Oh my god, Kara. Which hospital are you at right now? I'll come over right away.
No way I'm telling you where I'm staying.
What? Why? Kara, I'm so sorry, okay? I'm sorry this happened.
No, stay away from me.
Why are you being like this? Just tell me where you are. You're my fiancé. I want to see you and make sure that you're okay. There is a lot we have to talk about as well.
Are you serious?
I had no idea what was going on, I swear. Oh my god, we need to reschedule the wedding then too. Oh my god, I love you so much and I'm so sorry that this happened to you, babe.
Don't tell me that you're seriously thinking about having another wedding with me.
Of course that's what I'm planning. We weren't able to have our wedding today, so we should try it again. I'll make sure to come up with another surprise that you'll really appreciate. Not like this one. I'll make sure to plan it out a little more carefully this time, I swear.
No way! I've had enough of you. I'm breaking up with you. I don't need you, and I don't love you. Stay away from me, and I hate you. Goodbye, Kyle.
What did you just say? You're not seriously gonna end things with me, are you? It was just one small mistake. It's no big deal at all. hell is wrong with you, Kara? Why the hell did you hire a lawyer to sue me? Also, ever since our wedding got canceled, my parents have been super mad at me. They told me to come back home, and they haven't even let me leave the house ever since then. The lawyer that you hired came over to the house today and started saying really weird things to me too. He's demanding that I pay you a fee to pay the full amount for the wedding. You're canceling our honeymoon and you're trying to make me pay for everything too? What the hell? What are you thinking?
Are you really asking me this? The only thing I'm thinking about is ending our engagement and suing you for the trauma that you caused me.
What? Why are you being like this?
What do you mean, why? You tried to pull off the worst prank of my life on my wedding day and it failed, and you put my life in danger. Do you not realize how scared I was being locked up in that tiny dark storage unit? I was actually kidnapped. Seriously, kidnapped. I don't even know who Sam was until then. You should have told me. Do you not get it?
Well, it was just a surprise to spice up our wedding. It was such a great prank idea. I thought that you would appreciate a surprise that was a little different to the usual.
What was so great about that idea, huh? It ended up in me being at the hospital.
Well, the only reason it failed was because you didn't come back to the wedding right away. Things wouldn't have ended up like this if you had just come back.
I was locked inside a storage unit. Do you not listen? I had no way to contact anyone and my hands were tied up. You also decided to tell all the guests that the wedding was canceled because I cheated on you and ran off with Sam. How could you lie like that? Everyone was disgusted in me until they found out what really happened. I could even try sue you for defamation if I wanted to.
Why are you trying to make me suffer so much?
'Cause you deserve it, Kyle. Anyway, we're breaking up. I don't ever want to see you or talk to you ever again. Just remembering you and Sam's face is so traumatic. I want to erase your existence from my memory forever.
How could you say that to me? I was just doing my best to try and entertain you and everyone at the wedding. I thought that you would appreciate it as well. Oh, Kara, please, let's talk. Kara, what is happening? Me and Sam just got fired from our jobs. I know that you're behind this.
Did you really think that you guys would be able to keep your jobs after what happened?
How could you do this to us? This has nothing to do with our work. And thanks to you, we both have to pay for a ton of fees, like the entire wedding fee because of you and your stupid lawyer. How the hell are we meant to make our payments without our jobs?
You've already heard about which storage unit I was locked inside, right?
I thought it was just some random storage unit.
It happened to be the storage unit of the company that you guys work for. That unit was signed off only to be used by your company, but you guys used it for the stupid prank? In other words, you used company property for personal use and almost killed me. Did you seriously think that your company would just let that pass and continue to allow you guys to work?
Well, I had no idea that Sam used the company storage unit until now.
Also, one more thing. I don't appreciate you shouting at me for getting fired. I had nothing to do with this. This decision was made by your company, not me. If you have any complaints about it, then tell them directly. It has nothing to do with me.
Well, then would you at least contact my company and try and convince them to keep my job?
What did you just ask me?
Think of it as a favor for your fiancé that you love, right?
What the hell are you talking about? You're my ex-fiancé. Ex!
Wait, what?
And by the way, all the money that you and Sam owe me will be paid to me through my lawyer so that I no longer have to interact with you directly. The police have also been contacted, so you guys are no longer allowed to come near me. This is a restraining order. If you break it, then the police will come and arrest you immediately. There's absolutely no reason for us to stay in touch now, so I'm gonna block you and delete you.
No, Kara, you can't do that to me. There is no reason to go that far. I'm sure that we can get back together once things calm down a little. We loved each other so much until a couple of days ago. Oh, this can't be the end for us. We were so close to having our wedding and getting married.
Well, you were the one that went out of your way to completely ruin that wedding. This would have never happened if you hadn't have tried to pull that stupid prank. You know what, though? I'm a little glad that I managed to find out what an irresponsible idiot you are before we got married.
I was just doing the prank to try and make you and the guests happy. Please give me another chance with you. I'll make sure that the next huge surprise I pull on you is a little more successful.
Let me just give you one word of advice. Stop trying to pull surprises and pranks on people. You're not a kid anymore. Grow the hell up.
You're just saying that because the last one went a little south. Just give me one more chance. I'll make it a success this time.
Goodbye forever, Kyle.
Oh, wait, don't go. I still love you. We have to talk in person, Kara. Hello? Why did you stop replying to me? Please, just give me one more chance.
That idiot really didn't seem to understand what he did wrong till the very end. I really have no idea why I ended up getting engaged to a guy like him. What was I thinking? I eventually moved to another city to start fresh, and I'm glad I did. The day after I moved, Kyle and Sam broke into my parents' house, though. For some reason, they thought that they would be able to get their jobs back if Kyle managed to get back together with me. But the police ended up taking them away. I was so scared that they would continue trying to look for me, so thank God I had already moved by then. I worked remotely for my company anyway, so I was able to keep my job, which was great too. I fell in love with the new city that I moved to, and I'm very relaxed knowing that those idiots will never be able to find me again. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like the video and leave a comment. See you in the next one.